Have you ever found yourself saying yes to something when every fiber of your being wanted to say no? It might seem like the polite or easy thing to do, but over time, constantly agreeing to things that don't align with your true feelings can lead to a buildup of stress and anxiety. The truth is, learning to say no is one of the most powerful tools you have for protecting your mental health. In today's video, we're exploring the power of saying no and how setting boundaries can significantly reduce your anxiety. By the end of this video, you'll have practical strategies to confidently assert your boundaries, protect your peace of mind, and live a life that feels more in line with who you really are. Let's get started. 1. Why we struggle to say no. Let's start by understanding why it's so hard for many of us to say no in the first place. One of the main reasons is fear of disappointing others. We worry that by turning down a request or invitation, we'll upset someone or make them think less of us. This is especially true for people pleasers or if we've been conditioned to always put others' needs before our own. Another reason is the fear of missing out, FOMO. Sometimes we say yes to things because we don't want to miss out on an opportunity, even if it's something we're not genuinely interested in. The idea of missing out can create anxiety, leading us to overcommit and stretch ourselves too thin. Lastly, there's the desire to avoid conflict. Saying no can feel confrontational, and many people prefer to avoid any potential awkwardness or tension. But here's the thing, constantly saying yes when you really want to say no is a fast track to burnout and anxiety. 2. The mental health impact of not setting boundaries. When you don't set clear boundaries, you're essentially opening the door to stress and anxiety. Here's why. Saying yes too often can lead to overwhelm. You end up taking on more responsibilities than you can handle, which leaves you feeling stretched thin and constantly under pressure. This overwhelming sense of responsibility can lead to resentment. Even if you don't realize it right away, agreeing to things that don't align with your values or interests can create feelings of frustration and bitterness. Over time, this resentment can contribute to chronic stress and anxiety, as you feel trapped in commitments you never really wanted. Moreover, not setting boundaries can lead to loss of identity. When you're constantly prioritizing others' needs over your own, it becomes easy to lose sight of who you are and what you truly want. This disconnection from your authentic self can be a significant source of anxiety as you feel out of touch with your own needs and desires. 3. The benefits of saying no. Now, let's flip the script and talk about the benefits of saying no. First and foremost, saying no is a form of self-care. It's about recognizing your limits and respecting your own needs. When you set boundaries, you're taking control of your life and making decisions that align with your well-being. One of the biggest benefits is reduced stress and anxiety. By saying no to things that don't serve you, you're freeing up time and energy for the things that truly matter. This helps prevent overwhelm and allows you to focus on what brings you joy and fulfillment. Setting boundaries also leads to improved relationships. When you're honest about your limits and needs, you create more authentic connections with others. People will respect you more when they see that you respect yourself. Plus, you'll likely find that your relationships become more balanced and less one-sided. Finally, saying no helps you reclaim your identity. It's a way of reaffirming who you are and what you stand for. By setting boundaries, you're sending a message to yourself and others that your time, energy, and well-being are valuable, and that's incredibly empowering. 4. Practical strategies for saying no. So, how do you actually start saying no without feeling guilty or anxious? Here are some practical strategies to help you get started. 1. Start small. If saying no feels intimidating, start with small, low-stakes situations. Practice declining minor requests or invitations where the outcome isn't too significant. This will help you build confidence in your ability to set boundaries. 2. Be honest and direct. When saying no, it's important to be clear and direct. You don't need to provide a lengthy explanation or make excuses. A simple, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I'm going to pass this time," is often enough. Remember, it's okay to prioritize your own needs. 3. Use the delay tactic. If you're caught off guard by a request and aren't sure how to respond, try using a delay tactic. Say something like, let me check my schedule and get back to you. This gives you time to consider the request without feeling pressured to say yes on the spot. 4. Practice saying no. It might sound silly, but practicing saying no can make a big difference. Stand in front of a mirror and rehearse different ways of declining requests. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel when the time comes to actually say it. 5. Prioritize your well-being. Remind yourself that your well-being comes first. If something doesn't align with your values or capacity, it's okay to say no. Your mental health is more important than pleasing others. 5. Overcoming the guilt of saying no. One of the biggest challenges of setting boundaries is dealing with the guilt that often comes with saying no. It's normal to feel guilty, especially if you're used to always being available for others. However, it's important to recognize that this guilt is often misplaced. To overcome guilt, start by reframing your mindset. Instead of viewing no as a negative response, see it as a positive act of self-care. Remember, you're not rejecting the person. You're simply prioritizing your own needs. It can also help to remind yourself of the benefits of setting boundaries. When you say no to something that doesn't serve you, you're creating space for the things that truly matter. This not only benefits you, but also allows you to show up more fully for the commitments you do choose to make. Finally, practice self-compassion. It's okay to feel a little uncomfortable at first, but remember that setting boundaries is a skill that takes time to develop. Be kind to yourself and recognize that saying no is an important part of maintaining your mental health. 6. Setting boundaries in different areas of your life. Setting boundaries isn't just about saying no to others. It's about creating healthy limits in all areas of your life. Here's how you can start setting boundaries in different contexts. Work. In the workplace, it's important to set boundaries to prevent burnout. This might mean saying no to taking on extra projects when your plate is already full, or setting limits on your availability outside of work hours. Remember, it's okay to protect your personal time. Relationships. In your personal relationships, boundaries are key to maintaining healthy dynamics. This could involve saying no to plans that don't align with your interests, or setting limits on how much emotional support you can provide. Healthy boundaries lead to more balanced and fulfilling relationships. Technology. With the constant connectivity of the digital age, setting boundaries around technology use is essential. This might mean turning off notifications during certain times of the day, or setting limits on how much time you spend on social media. Protecting your digital space can reduce anxiety and help you stay present in the moment. Self-care. Finally, don't forget to set boundaries with yourself. This could involve setting limits on negative self-talk or committing to regular self-care practices. By prioritizing your mental health, you're better equipped to handle the demands of everyday life. Learning to say no is one of the most powerful things you can do for your mental health. By setting boundaries, you're taking control of your life, reducing stress and anxiety, and creating a space that honors your true self. Remember, it's not about being selfish. It's about protecting your well-being and living a life that aligns with your values. Which of these strategies are you excited to try first? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on living a healthier, happier life.